This is video 11 for Math Lesson 1.8. The topic of this lesson is unsquaring numbers. Take a look at the math message question. In order to solve problems like the math message problems, you need to unsquare a number. You have to ask yourself, what numbers could be placed in these boxes here to make this a true number sentence? Now, if we were to think of this box as a variable, we might say n, okay, because n stands for some number, we don't know yet what it is. N times n equals 4. Now, n is being used twice in the same number sentence. N has to have the same value both times it's used. So we need a number times that same number that equals 4. When you work to figure that out, you are unsquaring the number 4. Take a look at your second problem, by the way. Did you get 2 times 2? Good work. In the second problem, we have a number squared, or to the second power, that equals 81. In order to solve this problem, we need to unsquare the number 81. We need to think what number times itself equals 81. If you found the number 9, you're absolutely right. When we have problems like these, we need to unsquare a number. And that means that you have to undo the operation that squared the number. You're working backwards. You have to think, okay, what number times itself will give me this product? Now, here's one for you to try. What number multiplied by itself is equal to 289? Go ahead and use a calculator. Pause this video and figure out what number times itself is equal to 289. Okay, now hopefully you found that the number 17 is the correct answer. If we unsquare 289, we get 17. Now there's many different ways you might have figured that out. Maybe you just started punching things into your calculator and kept trying until you figured out that 17 times 17 was 289. Maybe you thought to yourself, well, I know 10 times 10 is 100, and I know 20 times 20 is 400. 100 is less than 289, so my number needs to be bigger than 10. But 289 is less than 400, so my number needs to be smaller than 20. And maybe you kind of took it from there until you figured out that if we unsquare 289, we get 17. Maybe some of you know that there is a button on your calculator that will unsquare a number. We're going to talk more about that button in future lessons, so right now we're not really going to focus on it. When you unsquare 289 and you figure out that 17 times 17 is 289, what you have done is you have found the square root of 289. Let's talk about what a square root is. Now, this is the page that you should put in your notebook for notes. Okay, our topic is square root, so put that at the top and copy down these notes. When you unsquare a number, you have found the square root of the number. The square root is the number that is multiplied by itself to reach a square number. Here are some examples. The square root of 16 is 4, because 4 times 4 equals 16. The square root of 49 is 7, because 7 times 7 equals 49. In 5th grade, we are only going to be looking for the square roots of square numbers. So for us, our square root is always going to work out to be a whole number, like 4 or like 7. We won't be working with any decimals. So in order to find the square root, we need to be starting with a square number. For example, if we start with the square number 25, what would be the square root of 25? Right, it's 5, because 5 times 5 is 25. And that completes this video. Make sure you have these notes copied down, and then continue with your assignment sheet.